Now you can trade right next to Phil Grande, the best technical trader in the country. He was the only person to call the last 5 corrections in the market. No other person has done so. Not even the best traders on Wall Street with a staff of hundreds were able to match Phil's skills to call the market corrections. You can now trade with him each morning. That's right, live stream. Join the thousands of investors who follow his trades every weekday morning from 9:30 till 10:30 with his live stream. Phil will show you the stock he's trading and a chart, plus give you the reasons why he has selected that specific stock to trade. Join Phil's gang at philsgang.com for $39.95. Join the gang and follow Phil in real time as he invests. Just go to philsgang.com and join for only $39.95. Sign up now. Go to philsgang.com and be on the cutting edge of future investment decisions. Or call 941-484-5678. And now, more of Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. All right. Remember, join the gang. Phil's Gang's $39.95. You know, last night I was watching all of this, and I'm thinking, you know, Stewart was right. He's saying, you know, my 401k, he said, I'm entrusting my 401k to professionals like you, Jim. And then when I see that tape where you're telling me how you're rigging Apple and you're rigging other stocks, he says, that makes me sick. That makes me sick. Look, it's not just Jim Cramer. It's the whole industry. Remember, this industry stinks. This industry is one of the worst because it's not based on performance. This is the only industry I know that's not based on performance. Are you nuts? Like I said the other day, if you hire a painter to come paint your house, he's got to work. It's based on performance. He says to you, it's $10,000 to paint the house. You say, I'll give you a quarter down. I want to see the performance, and I'll pay you the balance. Not Wall Street. Wall Street has nothing to do with performance because, see, they create an illusion on Wall Street. See, they get you all screwed up. See, they think by throwing out all these fancy words, by talking about value ratios, price to book, profit margins, and price to sales, and operating margins, they know you're working every day, you're a teacher, you're a plumber. What on God's earth you're saying is this price to book? I can't do this on my own. What's this margins? I can't do this on my own. Then that phony Jim Cramer sits there and he tells you, go look through financial statements of these companies. Go look 1 hour a day. He knows he's lying to you. He knows that. The best people in the business can't even read these financial statements. For heaven's sakes, if the best people could read them, we wouldn't be where we are. If the experts could read the financial statements, they would have been able to anticipate what was going on. All you had to look at is their margins. All you had to look is their cash flow. You would have known that something was up. I don't even have a high school education, and I figured out what was going on. But I'm in this darn business. And the thing that gets people is they figure they got to hire a planner. They got to hire these guys on Wall Street. You can do it yourself. Don't be intimidated by words like price to book and profit margins when they come on TV with their fancy pants and their fancy suit and their pompadour hairdos. Don't be taken in. Don't let them take parking space in your head. You haven't got to know what price to sales is. You haven't got to know when they start talking about the CEO of how is he doing as far as return on assets. Well, we'll check. We'll see how well management's doing. We'll look at return on assets and return on equity. You say, what are they talking about? Well, we're going to judge management by looking at return on assets, return on equity. Oh, I better get myself a broker. Then every week we got something that affects something. Ever notice there's a report every week, every day, every minute? First you have the PPI and the CPI, which tells you if there's inflation. Tells you what PPI tells you if there is the wholesaler, is he marking up the price of beef to sell to your local market. And then there's the CPI, which did the local market price the beef up to sell to you. So it's the CPI and PPI. And whatever that number comes out is going to affect the stock. Then they start talking about PE ratios, which is nothing more than what is the price of the stock. What are you willing to pay? $16 for every $1 they earn? $10 for every $1? You say, what is that? I better find a broker. You don't need a broker. You don't need a planner. But see, they create all of this illusion that is so complicated when it's not. When it's not at all. So I decided, because I had no college education, I had no high school education, that I was going to learn how to do this. And thank God, I was dyslexic. Because I look at everything backwards. What helped me was looking on a chart. A chart. I could simply look at a chart, and I could tell on a chart whether the stock had a high probability of going up or going down. Can you imagine a chart would tell us that? Now let's think about it. In November, Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, I told you to buy. I said, I have a whole bunch of stocks for you to buy. I said, the market's going to rally. Remember, the market came just straight down day after day after day after day. So I said, get in. I said, let's buy. Let's buy here at 7,486. I said it was going to go up according to the charts, and it did. It went straight up. It went straight up to about 9,100. I said, okay, let's get out, take our profits. About 2 days later, I said, okay, let's short the market. I said, it's going to go back down. And it did. It went from 9,000 all the way back down to 6,500. Then March 5th, and then 3 days ago, I said, I want you to buy now. I'll give you some more stocks to buy. And now the market's up 10%. So let's think about that. That's a 21% up in November, 28% back down, and 10% this week back up, just following the market. I'll show you how to do it.
You're listening to Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. We'll have more in just minutes.